Good morning, students and teachers. And sorry for waiting. And I was a little bit confused. Yes, and then I will start. And my name is TK. I'm back. And I'm in level 8. And actually, this is my second presentation. But truth be told, I have butterflies and cockroaches in my stomach again. But I will keep trying. And I want to start with one question. What can you guess from my title? Choice? Food. Do you like food? Maybe, yes. And I want to give one more question. Do you have this ability to make a decision? Maybe you have. I know you very well. Yes. And do you want to be a wise customer? Yes. If you want to be a wise customer, maybe my presentation will be helpful for you. So please listen with all ears. So today I will talk about psychology of customers in 3 trends, and I will give pieces of advice how to be a wise customer. That's it. No big deal. But if you can read trend exactly, you can be a wise customer. Then let's go to first trend. First trend is about Hamlet syndrome. Are you familiar with this term? Of course not. Yes. Please study hard. Nowadays there are a lot of products and restaurants, right? So, for example, if we went to shoe store to buy shoes, there are a lot of brands and similar brands and a lot of colors. And there are a lot of restaurants. So usually we can't choose easily. So nowadays there are some people who can't decide easily and usually hesitate before making decisions. So usually we call them disability to make a decision, or Hamlet syndrome. So nowadays we have many choices. So like this man, we can't choose easily. And do you want to know, are you Hamlet syndrome person or not? Yes, I already know. So I prepared a checklist to distinguish you are HS or not. So I will give you 1 minute. So please complete this checklist. If you agree with this sentence, just check. And if you don't agree with this sentence, just go to next sentence. Then I will give you 1 minute. Yes. First, can't go shopping alone. Need friend to decide in place of me. If you agree, just check. And second, when you choose menu in restaurant, it takes more than 30 minutes and usually eat food which is ordered by someone. If you agree, just check. And third, can't choose TV channel, so just keep changing channel. And when you receive some question, usually answer maybe or I'm not sure. And when someone forces you to choose something, you feel stressed. And next, because you couldn't choose correctly, you feel regretful. If you agree, check. And you have made questions on the internet, like, can I buy this? Or is it good? Like that. So please count your checks. So if you don't mind, could you please raise your hand? 0 to 2 checks. Yes, about 7. Yes, thank you. And 3 to 5 checks. Yes, thank you. And more than 6 checks. Yes. And 0 to 2 checks means little bit indecisive but normal. And 3 to 5 checks, beginner of HS. Congratulations, you are HS people. And more than 6 checks means serious HS. And actually HS is not weird, it's natural. Because nowadays customers have to consider about quality or efficiency or service or reliability of product. So it's inevitable thing. But sometimes HS people take for a long time before making a decision. Like tour guide Brian. Yes. So usually he just go real, cafe real. And sometimes they buy impulsively, and at the time they can be a stupid customer. Hogeng in Korean slang. Do you want to be a hogeng? Maybe not. So I will give some pieces of advice for HS people. First, please send your goal exactly. If you go to department store to buy shoes, please concentrate on buying shoes. Including me, some people buy another product which was not intended to be bought. Like this. I went to department store to buy shoes, but I bought cabin t-shirts. What a waste! What's the point of going to department store? So please concentrate on your goal. And second, please check advantages and disadvantages carefully. In one product, there are advantages and disadvantages at the same time. So you have to measure and you have to compare it with another product. This process will make you to be a wise customer. Third, please make your own criteria. For example, if you want to buy a cell phone and you prefer design than product, design than functions, you'd better buy iPhone because iPhone's design is best. And on the other hand, if you prefer low price product than functions, you'd better buy Korean cell phone because it's cheaper than others. So like this, with your own criteria, you can make a reasonable purchase. And lastly, don't be afraid before making a decision. Trust yourself. You are not a stupid customer. But please be careful, do not be impulsive. That's true. Then let's go to second trend. The second trend is about Venn-diagram effect. Are you familiar with this term? Of course not. Yes. So I prepared some pictures to explain it. What can you see in this picture? Yes, sleeping student. Yes, they are all wearing North Face padding jumper. Maybe almost all Koreans have at least one North Face windbreaker or padding jumper, right? Yes, because it was our trend and you follow the trend. How about this one? Do you have this kind of sandals? If my memory serves me right, it was our last summer trend. So maybe you have. And how about this one? Maybe you have at least one denim shirt or denim jacket. And nowadays, white shirts and black slacks pants are very popular and trend. So usually we call them bonami 볼펜. So we call them bonami look. So there are a lot of 볼펜s. You can see. And this is Venn-diagram effect. Venn-diagram's definition is when some people buy the product, other people also want to buy the same product. And at the time, trend is made by people. Did you get it? Yes, this is Venn-diagram effect. And law 3 is similar with Venn-diagram effect. Law 3 means when 3 persons do something, other people also do it, even though they don't know what that is. But maybe this expression is not enough, so I will explain with video clip. And this is about law 3, and this is kind of experiment, so I will explain briefly. The first one, person pointed at the sky and stared. But at the time, just people ignore him and just pass him by. And another man also pointed same direction, but the situation almost same. And finally, third man pointed at the same time and stared. At that time, the situation is changed. And then let's watch the video together. What happened? That's okay. when one person pointed at the sky and stared at, people just ignore. And second person also, and this quality is not good, so just pass them by. And finally, third people also pointed at the same point, 3 persons in total. Let's watch. People say, what are they looking at? They reacted. Actually, there was nothing. Did you see? This is law of 3 and this is Van-de-Graaff effect. And do you know the reason why people follow the 3 persons? Of course not. So I'll explain. Psychology experts says this is because of tendency of intimacy. Usually when people follow other trend or other people, they can feel comfortable because they don't want to be alone. And usually they want to be one of the group members. So even though they don't know what that is, they follow the 3 persons. Like, what's that? They're just looking at. Yeah, this is law of 3 and Van-de-Graaff effect. And I have a result of survey about following trend in Chapis. And the question is, do you want to follow the trend? And 32% people replied, usually they want to follow the trend. And 68% people replied, they want to make their own style. Actually, this result is not matched with my expectation. But maybe many teachers, especially teachers, want to make their own style, maybe. But in that group who replied they want to follow the trend, they can be affected by trend easily. So I will give some advice how to avoid Van-de-Graaff effect. First, you have to distinguish and choose what is the good trend. There are bad trends and good trends, like increasing suicide, bullying classmates, playing a game for a long time. These are bad trends. And there are also good trends like stylish fashion, good hairdo, or delicious food. These are good trends. So you have to distinguish and you have to choose just good trend. And second, don't follow other people blindly. Actually, when we follow trend, we can feel comfortable. But actually, we don't have to follow them. Some trends are good for us, but some trends are not suitable for us. So you have to choose and don't follow other people blindly. And third, don't forget trend is temporary, but classic is forever. Actually, trend can't last for a long time, because trend is just trend, but classic is forever. So when it comes to sportswear, I want to recommend Nike or Adidas, because these brands are classic and quite good. And lastly, before buying something, please look around you. Maybe there are some people who are already using or wearing the product which you want to buy. And if you want to follow them, just buy it. But if you don't want to follow them, please make your own style. That's all. And last trend is about humor and laughing. Do you know Unlimited Challenge? Maybe no. 무한도전? This program started in 2006 and until now very popular because they are very funny and they give us very deep impression. And SNL Korea is these days very popular because many celebrities use green jokes, and nowadays many people like that kind of jokes, especially 개그맨 신동엽. Yes, so nowadays very popular. And hunting witch and abnormal conference also nowadays very popular because they are very funny and it's kind of comic talk show. And maybe you are wondering why nowadays many people want to follow humor and laughing. And there are three reasons again. There are many three reasons. First, many people want to relieve their stress. Nowadays, people are stressed because of money, work, love, and health, and others. So usually they want to relieve stress with a kind of comic talk show. And second, they want to get strong stimulation. Nowadays, many people can't be satisfied with weak stimulation, like drama, news, or just talk show. So usually they want to get strong stimulation, like green jokes, suggestive scenes, something like that. So usually they want to watch the kind of programs. And third, before our generation, usually many people looked down on gagmen or gagwomen because they thought the kind of people, the kind of jobs are low grade. But nowadays we like humor and humorous people. So we changed our mind and we can enjoy the kind of programs. So nowadays many people like funny themed products. And this is Korean beer restaurant. And when a customer ordered beer or food, they send mini train, and the train deliver food or beer to customer. And this is quite funny, so many people like this place. And this is related to a limited challenge, and it's kind of calendars. And many people buy this one because they like a limited challenge. And I think it's not bad, but sometimes it's not bad, but usually it's useless. So I'll give 3 guidelines about purchase humor product. Sometimes those kind of products make us happy at the moment, but do not buy frequently, because usually it's not useful for us. Don't be an impulsive buyer. And second, humor can be one of reasons to buy something, but it's not absolute value. In Korea there is one brand with sticker, and many people like this sticker because this is Kakao characters. And I saw one friend, he bought the bread and he got the sticker. And he gave this bread to the other friend. What's the point of buying bread? So I don't want to recommend like this situation. So please consider other aspects like quality, taste, or price, something like that. And third, if you keep finding funny product, you can be deceived by sellers easily. So please don't do that. And in conclusion, to be a wise customer, you have to make your own criteria, and you have to control your desire, and you have to make a plan for purchasing something, so that you can be a wise customer. So which one are you? Are you stupid customer or wise customer? So I want to finish my speech with this line. Go and catch your product reasonably. This is TK signing off. Thank you for listening.